Hi everyone, today I'm going to be sharing with you guys a little review on Hush, and I'm excited to be sharing with you guys my thoughts and opinions. I even did a look using some of their products. I did my eyeshadow with it. I haven't done my makeup like this in a while and I do miss it. I haven't even done a red lip or a dark lip like this in a while. I know it's been we are in fall and I can get away with using dark lips and dark eyes or whatever, but here in Southern California the weather has been so good. I mean, we're not supposed to be having this weather because it kind of, the ecosystem goes off balance, but I can't complain. We've been in the 70s. Today is January 20 something and midwinter, right? But yet we're having 74-degree weather. Insane. So without chatting even more, I want to go ahead and give you guys my opinion on these items, and I'm just going to be sharing with you guys. Don't want to make it long because it's a couple palettes, but I just wanted to kind of give you some swatches and just be sharing with you guys what I thought about it when actually using it. I mean, on camera right now, looks pretty good, right? I think it looks good, but let's get into it. Okay, so I'm just gonna start picking things out of the box because I got a couple palettes like I mentioned before, and I already have them opened and I even shared them on my Snap. If you're not following me on my Snap, I don't know what you're doing. And on Instagram, of course, don't know what you're doing. The links are provided down below, and of course the right here, everything is kind of the same across the board. Twitter, Snap, Instagram has the same username, so go ahead and follow me on there. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so. You help your girl out, so subscribe and share and give it a thumbs up. So this is the first palette. It's called the Retro Love. It's by Bad Habit, I believe it is, and there's the packaging right there, Retro Love. So this one is a palette that has, I don't want to like flash it back with the so this is a palette right here. It has warm tones. Sorry, I haven't done my nails. It has some warm toned colors. It has some that I used some of them today, and it has some glitter ones right here, kind of shimmer. It's more of a chunky glitter, and most of every single one of these are matte colors. So let me swatch just a couple of them for you. This is the ones that I used today. This one is Nostalgia. What is it? This one is Rock and Roll right over here. So let me just swatch, and that's the pigmentation right there on this finger. So as you can see, it's a brown, like kind of brown reddish tone color, and it swatches pretty well. And when you transfer it over from it kind of loses its color a little bit. That's how I felt that it went across the board with the shadows, at least the ones that I use, that it swatches pretty well, but when you transfer it on to the skin, it kind of loses its pigmentation, which was kind of like a the next one that I have is called Aphrodite, and it's also by Bad Habit. This is the packaging right here. As you can see, it's kind of standard to all like packaging that comes across from like Urban Decay and stuff like that, other known brands. And let me go ahead and place this thing on it so I don't get the... So this is the palette right here. I just placed this right over the mirror so it doesn't kind of bounce back the camera or the lens that's on there. So basically I've already played around with it. I wanted to make sure that I was reviewing something that I had already used, not based just on like here in swatches. So as you can see, I have a couple colors here, mostly matte, and there is some that are chunky, more glittery ones, and then you have ones that are more like shimmer. So let me swatch one of the ones that is more of a glitter. Now when I do touch these ones, they're a lot more creamier, and it looks like it's glitter on here because they look pretty chunky, but once you like kind of swatch it on your finger, they kind of melt. They feel very creamy. But once you go ahead and place it on the back of my hand, the pigmentation is really good. I think the best way I applied mine with, I did a gold one. I used this one here, this gold one here. Let me go ahead and swatch it for you. This one is called the Sparks, and this is the gold right here. And let me go ahead and swatch it onto the back of my hand. I feel like this one's, because I was having kind of like a little hard time using a brush with it, I feel like these ones are gonna give better payoff if you actually use your fingers with it, because they are very creamy. So using like a synthetic brush kind of loses and you do get a lot of fallout. So just beware, you're gonna get fallout with these. Even the ones that are just matte colors, you do get a lot. And even when I would like dip my brush in them, like I would get a lot of fallout. But you know what, Anastasia ones also do the same thing, so it's cool as long as they give you the color payoff that you do want. And these ones do very well. These ones are nice to play with. I don't really like using a lot of shimmer colors because the way my eyelid is, but I don't like using it, but I'm using them today. See, am I sparkling or what? Am I sparkly with sparkles? They're really decent, I would say. The only thing I didn't like is kind of like the matte ones lost their color pigmentation in the transition of blending. Took my time with them, I tried to work with them, but it was just a little bit of a really hassle when it came to like kind of getting them to not blend into each other so much, and they kind of lost their pigmentation along the way. So that's Aphrodite. And then I have this one here is called Sugar, which reminds me of like the Urban, no, not the Urban Decay. It reminds me of sheesh, I haven't bought like makeup in a while that I even forgot the brands. It's like my chocolate palette, which one is that one? Sheesh, I'm about to like put like stuff on my face because I still got like makeup from, but okay, I can't think of it right now. Maybe it'll come up a little bit later. But this is basically like that one. Is very similar. It's called Sugar and it's by Face Candy, and this is the palette itself. Let me go ahead and grab this is the palette right here, and it has some nice like light transitional shades. It has some peachy colors and really light colors here that can be used more for transition than anything else. And it has a couple shimmers on there, so it has these ones right here, some green ones, and all those right there. I haven't really used it. I did swatch them the other day. Now I'll go ahead and swatch like the shimmer one here for you. This is Mocha. So this is the color itself right there. Let me see, transfer it on. Transfers pretty well. This is a shade right here. And then let me go ahead and swatch a matte one. I gotta take these off. I need something like to wipe my hands on. What should I do? This Licorice. This is that one. Pretty pigmented. And let's see how it transfers over. So this one's a little bit more chalky. As you can see, it kind of flaked off and just like, see, that's what I mean by losing its color when you blend it out. See how dark it is in the palette, and then how it lost its pigmentation right over there. So that's the only downside to some of the shades here. So this is a Sugar, and then I have another one called Inferno, and this one is by Bad Habit. And the palettes are pretty nice. I like the packaging of all the palettes. And these are the colors. They're more dark browns, really warm colors, very rich browns. I love these colors. Like, I'm a neutral dark browns, like just neutral kind of girl. What I mean by neutral, I mean like dark shades of brown, dark shades, just neutral shades, not necessarily like vibrant colors and stuff like that. I'm more like that type of girl. But this one's right here. Look at that. It has some bronzy colors, browns, and this is like the ultimate palette, I would say. This is like kind of like, it reminds me, I have a hair right here. It reminds me of the Naked palette, like pretty much. So this is Smolder. So that's Smolder right there. Let's see how it transfers on. I'm gonna end up running out of room. So yet again, this one's kind of chalky. It just feels like it goes in clumps, like pieces of there's a lot of fallout. But the thing is that when you transfer it over, it kind of loses its pigmentation, which is one of the things I don't like. Like the palette, when I look at the colors, it looks amazing itself, but I don't like how it's like losing its pigmentation. So I'm gonna have to be playing with these a lot more, because I don't like, you know, the colors are really nice. The shimmer ones, they have a really nice payoff. These ones are really nice. It's just the only problem is the matte one. So that's the only issue with the matte colors. But they have like White Hot, Baked, Lit, Blaze, Warm, Smolder, Bonfire, Burn, Hot Spot. So pretty much like an inferno right names that you could use for that. So I like the colors, just that pigmentation when it transfers off. And then this one here is called Aura. See, I like the packaging. They're so pretty. I like the packaging. I like this transition, this ombre color on the packaging. So this one is by Bad Habit, and this is Aura. I would say it's Aura, like the aura of your like self or whatever. What is that thing? Aura? Your aura? Okay, so I guess it's like the different tones. So this one has different colors. It's not one specific like range of shadows that are very similar to each other. This one's just from like kind of like a copper, a coral, some gold, some purples, and then some purples like with black, and then we have this like vibrant yellow, and then this nice pastel haze color. It's called haze, like pink color, and then we have like phenomenon right here, which is like a gold shimmer. I mean a gold shimmer, a silver. Well, actually it reflects, it looks white, but it actually has some gold tone in it, so you can kind of see it, how it has like it's like silver and gold. And then this one here, let me see, this dessert. So this one's kind of like a really deep purple. Like I like purples. If I like any colors, it's like a purple color. I like, that's it right there, right over here. So I like purple. That's the other thing, and it stands out on brown eye girls. So this is Aura, and then I have two more palettes. I have this other one here, which is called, oh, I already covered, Midsummer Nights. So this is also by Bad Habit, and this is the packaging itself right here. And let me give you guys, open it. So this is the actual packaging itself right there. You can see all the colors that are, it's a different range of colors. There's about, how many are they in there? 30 color eyeshadow collection. So that's the shade right there, and it has oh, I like these ones, Sneaky and Spite, because they look, this one looks like a kind of like a green, a brown green, and then it has like gold flecks in it. And so does Spite has a really nice gold. A lot of the times, usually that you end up losing that in the process of actually blending them out. And this one, a Slumber, has brown, it has purple sparkles in it, which looks really nice. But like I said, you usually tend to lose that in the transition, in the actual, you tend to lose it when you're actually blending them out. So let's go ahead and do Slumber. That's Slumber right there. I have no more room in the back of my hand. Okay, this is the issue with all of these. Why do they lose their pigmentation when you transfer them on? They go on, they swatch very, very well, but the whole transfer part is the one that actually bothers me, which I noticed when I was doing my makeup, and I wasn't about to take everything off. I was like, I'll just do whatever I can. I wasn't about to wipe everything off because I've done that in the past, and it just takes up too much time to start all over again. And the last one is called Unicorn Glow. Look at that packaging. Unicorn Glow. And I'll show you guys. I even used it. I don't know if you can see it, but I used it as a highlight. I used my highlight today, and I used this palette right here. Like I said, I like to play with stuff before I actually do a review, so I get to tell you what I actually think about it. So this one is a Unicorn Glow, and it has a couple of different shades. Obviously the ones here, like this teal shade, and then like this purple one, and then like a green one. Like, are you really gonna use these? Like, no, probably not too often, I don't think. At least you want to have fun and you're going out somewhere fun and it's Halloween, you want to dress it up, but change it up a little bit with a different tone, then hey girl, do you. I ended up using Enchanted because it was more of a gold shade, but when I applied it, it turned out to be like something a little bit more different. I don't know if you can see it from there, but it ended up being something a little bit more different than what it seemed right here. Of course, it goes with the name, unicorn, and unicorns are like majestic and just like all these different colors. So you might end up with something that's a little bit different than what's on the actual palette. So here is Enchanted. This is Enchanted right here. And let me tell you, it's a shade, yes, it's a little bit more on the gold side, but it does have like pink tones in it, which makes it look, I don't have no maroon. It has like pink in it. So when you see it and the light hits it, it's like goldish and pink. And then I have this other one. Let me show you how the green looks. So the green is like, yeah, it's like a yellow greenish tone. But it doesn't look bad. See, I don't have no maroon. It doesn't look that much of a green shade when you actually apply it. So they are very tricky. You think you're gonna get that, but it ends up being something different. So, and here's Fantasy. Fantasy, how it looks like it's a purple shade. I have no maroon. I gotta put it on my wrist or something. Let's put it on my wrist. So this is like the purple shade. It has silver in it. And this is the color itself. As you can see, this one does look more of a, you can probably see it from there, but this one has more of a really purple like shimmer in it, and it will appear more on the purple and the pink side depending on how the light hits it, but it's not gonna straight out look like this shade right here. It won't really look like that. So, you know, play around with it, have fun. We're just having fun. It's just makeup. It comes right off. So these palettes, you can find them on hush.com. Go ahead and check them out. The link will be provided down below. Don't take my word for it. Go ahead and try it out yourself and see how you like them. For me personally, there are some colors that I just were very disappointed in because they weren't giving me the color payoff that I actually wanted, and I kind of have a high expectation for color payoff when it comes to eyeshadows or things like that, because I have some things that are really nice and really do give out great color payoff. So I expect more of my products. These ones do have, okay, let me just say, they do have some colors that are really nice and give high pigmentation. So as you can see, look at the back of my hand how many swatches I have, and the ones that stand out the most are the ones that gave out most of the color payoff, and they transferred on very well. So as you can see, not everything is a total complete fail. There are some that really do give you a nice color payoff, and hey, they're fairly inexpensive. You invest into it, or you're trying to build up like your makeup kit or just your makeup skills, like go ahead and try them out, see how you like them. But again, the link is going to be provided down below, and if you have not followed me on any of the social medias, you should start doing it right now by going straight there. The links are provided down below. Information will be right here as well, so go ahead and go to my site now. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.